Last year at this time, a debate was raging in this country over NAFTA, the North American Free Trade Agreement. Would it be good for the United States, or would it be a disaster? Well, NAFTA has been in effect for 8 months now, and Commerce Secretary Ron Brown says it's doing wonders for the U.S. economy. We decided to see for ourselves down at the Mexican border for tonight's Eye on America. Trucks by the thousands and cargo worth billions.
Our trade with Mexico
In the first year of NAFTA,
is growing more rapidly than that with any other country.
Mexican exports and imports are both up sharply, and the trade has made the border at Laredo, Texas busier than ever.
There used to be just one bridge here in Laredo for trucks and cars to cross from Mexico. Now there are two, and they are planning a third. Trade with Mexico is exploding, and it has transformed Laredo from the poorest city in America to the second fastest growing city in the country.
Not long ago, most of the streets here were dirt and gravel. Now the city is expanding roads. Whole new housing subdivisions are sprouting up, and Texas A&M International is getting a new campus.
We've seen the international trade generate jobs. The generation of jobs attracts more people to the community. So all this is just one chain of events.
Events that have cemented ties between Laredo and Mexico.
There we go.
Les Norton's family has been selling clothes to Mexican shoppers for 55 years.
The lifeblood of the city of Laredo and the retail industry depends almost entirely on the flow of consumers coming from Mexico into the United States to fill their shopping needs.
Like the cash from Norton's customers, Mexican investment capital has flowed into the United States too. Money to buy a major hotel chain and to buy into a Fort Worth bakery that will expand and create jobs, not cut them.
Stand by, there will be the giant sucking sound if we are dumb enough to let this be rammed down our throats.
If you believe it takes a Texan to know one, listen to Buddy Herring.
Mr. Perot obviously was incorrect, and he reminds me of the individual of don't confuse me with the facts, my mind's made up.
Hello, how you doing? Fine, thank you. Fine, good to see you.
Herring builds shopping centers, big ones. He's building this 2 million square foot center not in Texas, but in Monterrey, Mexico. A new home for J.C. Penney's, Dillard's, and Sears.
It would really have been difficult even 3 years ago. I had some phone calls of people asking if we'd be interested in talking about Mexico, and at the time I told them no.
But NAFTA and Mexico's recent elections helped Herring change his mind. He has 2 centers under construction now and 2 more in the works.
People laugh about people in Mexico taking siestas. We haven't met anyone yet that takes a siesta.
So many of the early results from NAFTA are positive, but many people are nervous about the future, especially in towns like Laredo. They wonder, what happens to a border town when the border disappears?
What happens, for example, to all the warehouse jobs? Under gradually phased-in regulations, Mexican trucks won't have to unload in Laredo. They'll drive straight through to San Antonio or Dallas. And what happens to all the Mexican customers after Buddy Herring's stores open in Monterrey?
They're going to shop right here, I hope.
Professor Jim Jermansky, an expert on trade, says the changes will hurt Laredo in the long run.
As they move into Mexico to retail their products there, you will see fewer sales on the U.S. side of the border. It just makes sense.
But it doesn't make sense to Les Norton, who's had his own Mexican trade for years.
All the benefits of NAFTA have been going towards Mexico, and we, the retail industry of the United States, are saying, well, what are the benefits for us?
All change tends to be painful and a bit unpredictable, and this is no exception. Down the road, business people and politicians will have to keep adapting if they want to keep up with the NAFTA Express. Tomorrow's Eye on America, how NAFTA is playing along the Canadian border. And later tonight on this CBS station, a very special 48 Hours. We'll reintroduce you to some of the people you've met on 48 Hours over the past 7 years and find out what they've been up to. 48 Hours. Whatever happened to? Tonight at 10, 9 Central Time.
And Dan and I will see you again tomorrow here on the CBS Evening News.